Appreciate it.
To be young again. Once
again.
Once again.
So what's good, man? Working hard, staying busy.
Working hard, staying busy. Happy to get a little free time, come out here, do the thing on the podcast and stuff like that. And Lion schedule drop, so it's a good day. It's like Christmas morning, man.
Exciting, man. Exciting stuff. What game are you guys most looking forward to?
Whatever away game I go to.
You got anything lined up or in the works?
We're thinking about either, we got a little plan of maybe Houston, Arizona, maybe Dallas.
Houston. That
Right
Houston
around.
one.
I think we're thinking of those three, maybe even an impromptu trip to Lambeau, maybe. Who knows?
I was just talking to a guy at work about that. They say Lambeau was beautiful. Even like the rookies that came to town,
Yeah.
they say Lambeau, they've never seen nothing like it. It's that nostalgia feel.
Yeah,
I gotta hit it, man.
I think I'm the only one in the room that's been there. I was there, so.
I should have went
Oh,
there.
we told you to
I
go,
know,
you didn't
man.
want to.
I
Tickets
pussed
were
out, man.
$60 behind, we're like 8 rows up behind the field goal post.
Oh, wow.
$60.
Cheesehead.
Couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
Good job, man. So, Hollywood, how was your week?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
A little
Enjoying
tired
it.
down there?
Oh yeah, I'm tired. Worked at the let's see, a lot of stuff going on this week. Busy week. Had to get downtown. Of course, there's a big national Golden Glove Championship down there. I'll be down there. Corey will probably be down there on the cast. So I'm gonna get up there and see him. So
The Press for Combo podcast with
Yeah.
Corey Ashley. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Corey.
that's you, boy.
Yeah, good stuff. GMB, how's your week, man?
So far, so good. No complaints. You know, other than the fact that did you guys hear we're getting smoky air again from Canada? Did you guys not notice that there's a little smog in the air again?
My eyes were messed up the last
Yeah.
couple days.
Little
That could be
pickle,
from
man.
it.
I was like, man, I thought it was, and then I was catching a little something off the news. They were talking about these wildfires again in Canada. I'm like, come on, man, it's too early for that shit. We're in May and they're already talking that crap, but
Too much bullshit.
yeah, it is a bunch of bullshit.
Bunch of bullshit.
But everything else is going good, Philip.
Good stuff, man. So, as always, we're brought to you by 24th Street Pizza, St. Clair Shores Green Hornets, my uncle's auto repair. And today, shout out to Gary over there. Eli's Eats in the Streets are on board with Fathers of the Week podcast. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you.
New sponsor.
Nice. Eli.
Great guy.
Great guy.
Great guy, old Gary over there.
So, B, go ahead and tell them about the news, about the show we got coming up in July, maybe.
Yeah, so this is called Banging at the Beach, and don't think, for a minute there, Hollywood got extremely excited. He's like,
Got aroused.
I like that.
Hollywood got
I'm
harder
great.
than P. Diddy in a toy store.
Yeah.
You heard that? He's like, man, come on, man, what is this place called? But so, Anthony Gordon, shout out to you, Anthony. You're going to listen to this podcast, I'm sure. We're going to throw you a shout out here, buddy. So, it's a custom bike, car / audio. Long weekend. It's what is it? July
July 13th and 14th.
and 14th. It's on a Saturday, Sunday out at Stony Creek Park. I don't know all the details, but I do know this. It's going to be great. So if anybody knows anything about competitive audio, some of these people put in $25,000, $30,000 sound systems in their cars, trucks, whatever. And like the vibration, the bass, they measure all the decibels and stuff. And if it could shatter a windshield, that tells you all you need to know. It's pretty
Oh
strong.
yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, so if anybody's got custom imports, low riders, bikes, bring them on out. We'll be at Stony Creek July 13th for sure. Unsure about the 14th yet, but yeah, very thankful to get a spot there. I think it'll be a lot of fun. In Hollywood, there will be a bikini contest.
I'll be ready. My mind will not be pickled that day.
Yeah, so that, and he also welcomes the bikers. I know Scuba Steve's a big listener and fan of the show. Anthony mentioned to me, he's like, hey, if you got a brother-in-law that, pretty good group of guys, get them out there.
Yeah.
So, bikes, cars, wet t-shirt contest, food.
Oh, I like that. I like the way
A crazy group of guys doing a podcast, so I mean,
I might be able to bring some bikers out there.
there you go.
So
Yeah,
all
looking
love, no
forward to
drama. Let's have a good time, man. So looking forward to it. Also, shout out to my buddy Derek with Dakota Heat Hot Sauce. He's out there in the Dakotas. So next week, once we come back from our break, we'll have a nice QR code for you guys to get up on some hot sauce. I'll post details on our Facebook page. So a lot of exciting things happening, and very appreciative of people believing in us and where this thing could go. So shout out to you. Ready to get in that Shop Talk News? All right, boys, we go. What's going on in the world, man? Talk to us. What the hell you want to rap about today?
let's see. I don't have TV currently. I cut the cable.
Same.
So I
Same.
haven't been watching TV. I even cut YouTube TV. So I'm just
Whoa.
streaming. I'm just watching Netflix and HBO Max, Bally Sports. That's it. So cut it all out. So I haven't really been watching the news. So I looked some shit up. This crazy news. A couple days ago, a Florida man bit a chunk out of a deputy's head during a music festival. This dude was like high on LSD, PCP, mushrooms, ketamine, ecstasy, and attacked this cop and literally took a chunk out of this guy's head.
What?
So it sounds, I don't know. I mean, seemed pretty crazy to me. I looked at the story, seen this dude had like a chunk taken out, looked like a golf ball. Out of the
What
back
did
of
he
his
think
head.
it was? Did he think it was like maybe some watermelon?
I, this
or-
dude just was tripping and just attacked this cop for no reason and just went crazy. So I seen that was a little nuts. And then did you guys see that thing about the Michigan woman living in the grocery store sign?
Yeah, I had
No.
to talk about it. Oh, that was crazy.
Up in Midland. So this lady, this homeless woman, was living in a sign for, I don't even know how long it was, but I heard.
Are you talking about like a billboard sign?
Yeah, like it's like family fair. So they had like a family fair sign. This lady was living in it, like
Wow.
for a time being. She had like a Keurig coffee maker in there. She had a printer. She's basically making it her home.
She ran an extension cord. She was living in this
She
sign,
was
man.
living in the sign, and they had to do renovation, I believe, to the building, and they were doing stuff, and then they fucked up all her shit and her up in the sign. So some crazy shit going on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So that's what I get.
She gets an A+ for creativity, though. I mean,
Crazy,
it's like,
man.
hey, you know what? There's a door, there's a sign. It's big enough to call my house. I'm gonna go up there and
Free housing, bro.
She goes shop downstairs, bring her stuff upstairs. She has a desk, and like you said, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
It's
man.
nuts. I know.
It's very creative.
It is creative.
Hollywood, over to you, man.
Unbelievable.
It's gonna be hard to top.
Yeah, so I'm sure you probably heard this about these teenage kids. What they're doing is they're playing cat and mouse with traffic, jumping in and out of traffic as vehicles are coming down. Now that to me is suicidal. I mean, so it's just getting out of hand with these kids just coming out there as people are driving and trying to get across the street like playing chicken. And it's becoming a big freaking habit now. It's like an epidemic. It's horrible. I'm like, what do you do?
As a kid, that would never even have ran through my mind.
It's stupidity. It's stupidity. Dodging and I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it. I mean, are the minds going that south?
Mine's a pickle, man.
I wonder, do they see this stuff going on? They either just come up with it, or is it some shit they see on
It's
TikTok?
TikTok shit. All these people's make believe. Half of it's not even real stuff. And
Oh,
hey, go do this and you'll become this. And
There's
it's
a
like,
lot of those challenges out there. It's like you gotta have some kind of compass of like, okay, this shit's
Common
way
sense.
Yeah,
off the
common
charts
sense,
here.
yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, you even going down like Gratiot, I'm driving and I see someone in it, a couple kids, I'm like, I gotta get over, man, because that fear of them maybe just jumping out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
well,
what do
then
you
you
do?
swerve, you go into traffic. It's like a cause and effect thing. Like
Right.
that's crazy.
I mean, that's just plain out stupidity. I can't believe it.
You have to like ding dong ditch and maybe egg a car or
Maybe
something.
doing something.
You know,
No,
it's-
they don't do none of that.
It's
They don't.
like, man,
That's wild.
it is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What else you got, Snooch?
I'm sure we probably all heard the big horse race coming up, the Preakness, this weekend. The number one horse, which happened to be Baffert, is sick. And now, as you remember, the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont, and all that stuff, last year we had all these horses dying. Well, Baffert was suspended from the Kentucky Derby, which he can never go in it again.
Oh.
He was allowed to come into the Preakness. So some would say maybe karma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all about for the greed of money. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's like some of these horses just were getting euthanized on purpose.
Yeah.
Inside jobs.
Oh,
Fucking inside
it's just
jobs.
horrible. I don't trust that guy. That guy's he's a crook. You know, but yeah, the number one horse is out. He just happens to come up with a fever.
Poor Mr. Red.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
All right, be over to you.
So, many parts of Michigan, of course, last weekend, around the U.S., witnessed the spectacular display of the Northern Lights, that are known as the Aurea Borealis, I think is how you pronounce it.
Areola? Did you say areola?
Areola. Areola. And Did you guys check it out?
I seen the pictures of the purple and all that. I think what's the name put them on there. Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Now I had a buddy out in Port Huron. He said I really didn't get to see a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that purple was sweet, man.
It was a lot of great pictures. Shout out to Sammy T, man. He did some great ones.
Yeah, and you really couldn't see those vibrant colors you're talking about with the naked eye. You could see the flickering and all that sort of kind of in the night air, but you had to be away from a lit area, say, residential area, garage lights on, porch lights. You really had to go somewhere where it was nice and dark.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy calls me up at like 10:30. He's like, dude, are you out here checking out these things dancing? I'm like, no, I'm still sitting on my couch. He goes, you need to get your ass off the couch. So I literally got in my car and drove to 26 miles, a few miles down the road from where I'm at, and found this dirt road. And dude, you thought it was like a Pine Knob concert going on or something. Like there were cars parked all along this dirt road. Everybody's lights are off, so you need to be careful. Talk about hitting people.
Yeah.
Right? And so, you park your car and there's a bunch of people taking these pictures and you had to have your aperture set at a certain way on your phone, which I didn't have set up right. Imagine that, Phil. So this young lady, she's like, oh no, let me see your phone. And she goes, now look at it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So these pictures are like, there's not Photoshop. It's the real McCoy. So it was really spectacular. And it's a rarity because you don't see stuff like that. So, some people have seen them in their lifetime, but this was a rare occasion, so it was really cool. Red Lobster's abruptly closing dozens of restaurants, right? So they're struggling, Red Lobster chain, 48 restaurants that closed for immediately, and then there's 83 or 84 of those that they're going to try to, restructure them or whatever. They have 27, there's just a bunch of these that are going to end up closing because they ran into some financial woes. And part of it they're saying is because they ran the promotion with the all-you-can-eat shrimp. In that quarter that they ran that promotion, they lost $11 million. So they were trying to get people in the restaurant, but man, it's an all-you-can-eat thing. And Greer, you know how we eat.
They were loading up too. They were loading that shit up right down.
It may have cost $20, but we was going to eat about $50 worth of food.
You know how many people take them freezer bags?
Oh, my mom. My mom does it all the time.
And just like.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I can't believe it.
Yeah, she takes the salt and pepper shakers too.
Yeah, so I think the one up in Fort Gratiot closed, right?
Fort Gratiot one. I think it was, what was it, Monday? I think they just closed the doors that day. They just had to walk out of the building because they announced it and they had to walk out. That company that started in Orlando, Florida, for those that don't know, and that's where they originated from. They've been in business for 50 years. Long time.
It's a long time. Does that mean the chain's necessarily going to go out of business fully, completely? We don't know.
Well, they got the real now.
Yeah.
Over there in Timmy Gratiot.
Yeah, oh my, don't even, dude. What? No, I know.
What's it called?
The hook and
reel.
reel. The hook and reel.
Hook and reel.
Okay, so listen, man. Have you
Hook
had that?
these nuts.
No.
Hook these nuts. I'm not a big fan of that place.
No, absolutely. There's like 5 cars there.
It was not a good experience. Twice, not once. I gave it a second shot. New jean trend that's making a trend out there right now. It's called the Wet Yourself jean. So it looks like you pissed your pants. You're going for $800 right now.
Billy Madison?
Yeah, no, these are. That's a fashion trend, and I got a picture to prove it. They're made by Jordan Luca, a high-end fashion brand. They started, they got this viral thing going on TikTok, and all of a sudden social media blows that up, and all of a sudden this is becoming a hot thing, for clothes and everything like this. Of course, I photoshopped my face in this, but. And easy, I'll send you this picture, but that's actually what the jeans look like for real.
No way.
The trends nowadays are so stupid.
The ripped jeans, now the ones that look like you pissed yourself, that's a trend. It's $800. I mean, why don't we think of the dumb shit like that to start making?
No, I ain't wearing no shit like that. I ain't wearing no shit.
I mean, the ripped jeans to a degree, right?
To a degree.
Ripped jeans to a degree, but like I said, I just turned 30. Like I was just in high school not too long ago. None of this shit that's a fashion trend nowadays would have ever even crossed any of our minds.
No.
I'm like thinking to myself, like, no chance. Any of these challenges, clothes, half the shit, I would never even wear or do. None of them.
Now, is there any trend besides those that you've seen come and go? Like, I know the piercings, like the nose rings, or you guys into any of that kind of stuff?
I think every single kid I see nowadays wear high Nike socks, Crocs.
Yeah, a lot of Crocs.
They would literally wear the same outfit, every single kid I ever see. I was on a cruise ship and there was like 20 kids playing basketball, every kid wore the same outfit.
So they had the
Ridiculous.
long tube
Long-
socks
Long
on,
tube
and
Nike
Crocs.
socks, Crocs,
Yeah.
or flip flops.
Like Hollywood, if we wore that back
Every
in
single
our
thing.
days, you were a nerd, man, right? You
Oh,
would
you probably
be
got beat
frowned
up.
upon.
You would've got beat
Yeah, I
up.
was gonna say that would not
Miguel,
fly.
are you with the Crocs or no?
I love Crocs.
Do you?
Yeah,
I
I'm a
still
Croc
haven't
guy.
done
Yeah.
it, and I don't think I will.
It's insane. I burned through like 3 pair already.
But I mean, you got the sport-like looking Crocs. I mean,
yeah, I just had some Detroit Lions one
I love
that I
those,
got
man.
for Christmas a couple years ago, and I burned holes through the bottom of them because I wore them. So
see, you ever think about going with the Jordans?
like the Jordan flips.
Yeah, you got.
Oh, I got flips too. Yeah, I got some Nike and Jordan flips. I've got Crocs. I've got the View. I got a little bit of
They
everything.
got the new North Carolina ones coming on.
Do they too?
Diamond, yeah, bad.
Yeah,
That'd
but
be sweet.
Crocs are comfy.
Yeah.
Cut grass in them, do all that stuff. I do everything in them. So
They're
Good
comfortable.
job.
Now you guys, I know you have a bunch of Hey Dudes, Miguel. Do you have any Hey Dudes?
Yeah, I got a pair. I like them.
I have a couple. Philly, have you purchased those yet? They are. I mean, you're the one that turned me on.
yeah, they're just comfy, easy slides.
It's like wearing your slippers.
Yeah, and they're
Well,
casual. They give you that nice little
Yeah.
look, the rim, like you go on the boat, you know,
Yeah.
like flare
Yeah.
type deal.
You don't have to wear the Sperry
Yes,
shoes that
yeah,
are 17
very
pounds
great.
on your feet.
Yeah, I like
Styling and profiling.
it. Down in profile. Woo.
Yeah. Very nice. That's all I had for news, Phil.
Okay, real quick, you guys see this? The Green Bay Packers will allow fans to smoke cigarettes, vapes, and Delta pre-rolls in the stands during games.
Come on,
Smoking
come on.
Cigs, vapes, and
We're going back to the days of Lombardi.
A couple years ago when I was in
Yeah.
New York, Giants fans, they were sparking up in the stands and stuff like that.
Well, he said it's an outdoor stadium, you know, a lot of smokers.
Yeah.
When it's cold out, I don't know. I mean, especially like when they eliminated smoking in bars and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I didn't mind it even as a smoker. So it's like you don't want to be, you know, eating dinner. But we were used to it back then.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. You cut my mic out, I think. Mic down, mic down.
Mic down, we got a mic down.
Easy, what'd you do?
What are you doing to me, Easy? What are
You
you
still
doing?
good?
You're
Yeah,
good. You're back.
I'm
You're
getting
back
it.
down.
You're back. Okay.
You never win.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't like that in an indoor stadium, but
No.
it's outdoors, so I guess. I mean, a vape doesn't. Most people that
Vape,
doesn't
everyone
bother
vapes
people.
already indoors and stuff like that. So I don't see the vape being a problem, but smoking a cig,
Yeah, if you're sitting there next to a
different.
chain smoker, man, it might be a problem.
my grandpa would rip a pack during a game. Feel sorry for the
Just
person.
imagine now, is that gonna,
Cramps.
now you see all that shit going on, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna open up for the high schools going, well, why can't we do it?
Oh, it's gonna open a floodgate.
You see what I'm saying? And then the floodgate gets opened up and they start doing it.
Well, here's the thing: NFL's does something, everyone follows suit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So, someone snapped a picture. They were in a public restroom, and it was an Uber Eats guy taking a shit where you can see the Uber Eats bag.
no,
Oh.
So you
no.
might want to think twice
wow,
next time you
wow.
go
Somebody's
order
food in
Uber
there.
Eats. You may want to take the trip and go get your food there.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
It's a little
Uber
sketchy.
sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last thing.
I've
Mike,
never
you,
done
you a Mortal Kombat fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
did you like the first one, the remake?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they're dropping number 2 in October of
The movie?
25. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so definitely excited about that.
Yeah, the remake was, I think, the best one. Honestly.
Yeah.
The one that just came out a couple
Oh
years
yeah,
ago.
so dope. I want to see who plays Johnny Cage though.
I know, me too.
I think that'd be, you know,
It was good.
hilarious.
That's
Definitely
baby,
good.
that's baby boy.
Yeah.
That's baby boy.
Yeah. So all right, y'all ready to talk some sports? I know we're chomping at the beat.
Schedule's out, boys. Looking ready to
Detroit.
it's out.
What do you want to talk about? Well, first and foremost, we'll get to the schedule. So the big news, the big signing this week is your boy QB1 Jared Goff. 4 years, 212 million, 170 million guaranteed. So Mike, go ahead and tell the people what we discussed before we hopped on here about how it's structured, just to give a little context.
Yeah, so it's really big front-loaded deal. So I was kind of going over and I was looking at some numbers. So it's like a 5-year deal. It'll pay like a grand total of 235 million, average of 47 million a year. So the first year of the deal, it's 75 million, inflated cap, all that stuff. So they're taking a big hit year 1, but then year 2 in 2025, it's only 18 mil against the cap. 55 mil in 2026, 40 mil in 27, and 47 mil in 28. So it's a front-loaded deal. It gets cheaper as the years go on. So I really like how they're doing all this stuff with St. Brown, Sewell, Goff. They're kind of front-loading these deals and staggering the cap hits through the years. So they're building to win.
Yeah,
That's
Ace
for sure.
is excited about it.
He's
How do
excited.
you- What do you think of the deal? What was your initial thoughts when you saw it come through?
I bought almost through all. I didn't like it. I don't think he's worth that kind of money. I mean, I gotta have a Super Bowl first. I mean, I get it. I see where the trend's going with those other quarterbacks, but I think that's gonna cause, or Dak's gonna be out of Dallas.
Oh yeah.
I gotta got a guy that's not mobile, and that's the problem. I see you're building the line, but if that collapses, you know, he's got a great arm, but if that collapses, the team collapses.
Yeah. And
You know what I'm saying?
And I say you look at the NFC and you look at the competition in the AFC. The NFC, Goff's a top 3 quarterback in the NFC. NFL, he's top 10.
Yeah,
The NFC is top 3. So you're looking at yourself like, would you pay Dak $53 million? Not a chance.
No, absolutely not.
Would you want to pay a Matt Stafford late in his career $53 million?
Do you think Dak's better than him?
I don't think that's better than him. No.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
And you look at, you got Jalen Hurts. Okay, I put Jalen Hurts probably above Goff because of his running ability in the offense in Philly. But then, other than that, who else are you going to put? Purdy? Are you going to put Purdy above Goff? I don't.
No,
Not a chance. I think Goff's the second best quarterback.
So here's the thing: when people say that, because yards, 24 TDs, 7 INTs, he's only got what 2 or 3 playoff wins. Okay, then you go to Josh Allen, who everybody would probably love to have on his team, 4,300 yards, 29 TDs, 18 picks. Mahomes, he's the baby goat. He's the heir to the Iron Throne, right?
Yeah.
He's the next Brady. You've already crowned him that, rightfully so. The guy's amazing. So I think that's not a fair comparison at all. But you look at Goff, 4,500 yards, 30 TDs, 12 picks, same amount as Mahomes. So when you look at the numbers the last 2 years, it's like Mahomes and Goff right there. So the numbers don't lie. Granted, different situations, but I think for this team, the way it's built, the camaraderie, I don't think you mess with that in the NFL. And these people calling for Hendon Hooker, you haven't seen this guy throw one pass yet.
Exactly.
Not a
Okay,
chance.
I bet you go down the list and you say, the top 10 NFL quarterbacks, like I think Colin Cowherd came out and said he went down and did all that, who he would rather have than Jared Goff, and there was only a couple guys.
Yeah, there's not many.
And I have to agree, the way the guy plays with this team in particular and how it's built, they're so young, they got key pieces. I love the deal, especially the way it's structured. I think it's going to pay off. I really do. This guy's been to a Super Bowl. How many Super Bowls has Prescott been to? At the end of the day, this guy's a winner, man. He's the first overall pick for a reason. He was cast away. There's something to that comeback story, man.
There is.
With a guy who's playing with a chip on his shoulder, he's got something to prove. So that's just my take. B, what do you think, man?
It's a lot of money. There's no doubt about it. But that's the day and age we live in the NFL. These guys are, making that kind of money. It's setting a new standard. I had the numbers here, not quite broken down. Like
Do you agree with that amount? What would you pay him?
Hollywood, but it's not your money, man. It's the Lions' money.
Well,
You're gonna be all right.
It is my money because my tickets went up 80%. I know how part of that's a contribution to his contracts and these contracts. So Joe Burrow, this is the average. This is what they're making yearly. He's number 1 at 55. Goff is now number 2 at 53. Justin Herbert at 52.5. Lamar 52. Jalen Hurts at number 5 at 51 million. Kyler Murray 46. Patrick Mahomes making 45. Probably making another 45 endorsements. Josh Allen is number 8 highest paid quarterback at 43 million a year. Tied at number 9 is Dak Prescott. Matt Stafford and Daniel Jones at 40 million. So isn't a lot of money, but if you look at the spread between 1 and 2 and then 3 through 2, 10, 11, they're all right in the same pocket. It's not like he's getting paid. It seems astronomical for us as Lions fans because we never would have signed a quarterback like that to that kind of contract 5 years ago.
Well, what would we say about Barry Sanders in that day where it's different now? They didn't pay those guys. Those key pieces on each side of the ball, they let them walk out the door, right? They let camaraderie walk out the door. These guys are building something for longevity purposes, you know what I mean? So I think it shows you take care of guys. Now, say this completely blows up, and I'm dead wrong. In 3 years, you get out of the deal. Right, you got a rookie that's been sitting, or a younger quarterback that's been sitting there, or you make another move.
Yeah.
Because guys are going to continue to rotate out. As long as you keep drafting well, you can do things like this.
Yeah.
And how much would you pay him over 3 years? How much would you have paid him?
I don't know what a fair
Three at
number was,
one-
but
Three at 150 probably.
St. Brown and Goff, that's $390 million just for 2 players. I'll tell you what, boys, they better fucking get to a Super Bowl. I mean,
That's
a lot
my
of money.
biggest thing.
That's a huge investment.
Got to win.
I'm not saying that it's not a fair contract, but I'm gonna be devil's advocate here with Hollywood. you're breaking the bank, man. You're going to be able to sign. I get it. It's the league. It's what the demand is. But this is a lot of money. You got two players. Say one guy gets hurt. St. Brown's down. I know we got our other guys, but it's not the guy you signed the big money to. Goff gets hurt. You got to talk about Hooker.
It's the same thing with
It's like with anybody, but it's a lot of money. I just think it's getting to the point now where some of these big money contracts, it's kind of ruining the sport. That's why everything we're going to start seeing, we're going to get into the schedule here in a minute. That's why you're going to have Hulu, you're going to have Amazon, you're going to have to have Peacock, because you know what? You're going to be paying to watch football.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be on the big three anymore. It's eventually going to be a pay-per-view type platform.
We're gonna have to come up with like Amazon Prime or something like that, to where they're all just put out there.
I'm hoping that it works. I'm gonna hope in Holmes and that he's got this together and it doesn't come back where we can't down the road. We can't sign you, or this one we can't sign you, and they're just on a tear where you're strapped. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you remember back in the day when we signed Stafford. We signed him. He was injury prone. Signed him to a 5-year, $75 million deal. Everyone was like, what are we doing paying this guy this much money?
Ain't that something?
That's 5 years at
That seems like
5 years at 75
Yes,
mil.
yeah.
That's
And then
a
we're sitting here and
backup.
it's like, that was 15 mil a year, nothing.
Nothing.
To have a quarterback like
Absolutely
But
right.
this is why the league is
Mhm.
such big business, right?
that. The cap doesn't exist.
This is exactly. There's ways around it, all types of ways. $72.99 for YouTube, $3.49 for NFL Sunday Ticket, $8.99 for Prime, $5.99 for Peacock, $11 for ESPN Plus, $7 for Netflix. A total of $855 to watch the entire NFL slew of games. That's what you'd have to pay. So that's what it's become now, and I think that's why people are getting out of cable and doing all these subscriptions. But if you get all of that, that's what you're looking at for the year. So.
Or you could go to the games like I do and get an invoice for $10,000.
Pick your poison.
But I can't buy them all. I got to sell some of those games, and I got people that help me buy those tickets because I'm not that deep in my pocket to have that kind of cheese, to say, oh yeah, man, I'll go football this much. No, man. But and that's just getting to the game. We're not parking the car. We're not buying concession food yet. We're not even getting a beer. I mean, that's an expensive day at the ballpark.
Hey, Cheech and Steve Miller are bricked up, by the way.
Is Cheech your brick again?
Cheech is always brick.
Well, I'll tell you what. I went to the Tiger game, and I bought a round of beer.
I seen you. You're right down by the third base line, right by
Yeah.
the field lot. I seen you sitting down there.
It cost me $60 freaking just for that.
Yeah, I bought 2 hot dogs and 2 beers. It was like $55.
Unreal.
Oh shit, my
The
pants.
the prices are unreal. I'm like,
Yeah.
you got to be kidding me.
I know, and I know how much GMB being in the food business, me being in the beer, I know how much all this stuff costs. It hurts to even know how to pay for this shit.
And so $150 I walked out of it. $150. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. And, including the hat, the $55 hat,
Yeah.
which you can get for $45. But I'm like, oh man. Then I met that Latino girl, and that was even better.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I got a drink out of that one.
Aye.
Yeah, so it's like, damn, you see when these people are out there buying a jersey, they're spending $300.
Yeah. I remember I used to buy fitted, the 5950s. They used to be $27
Yeah.
back when I was in high school. Now they're 50. They're selling them for $52.
I wouldn't even buy it.
On $80 on the website instead. If you bought it on the website, it's $80 for the City Connect jersey, the hoodie one, or it's one time at Comerica Park. $30 upcharge just to buy it at Comerica. And they took away on Friday. They literally took away all the other merchandise besides in the pro shop. Every single stand, every
They're
other thing
forcing
was
you
City
to buy.
Connect. They were making you buy City
Yeah.
Connect stuff. And the
that's
shit
what they
looks
do, man.
cheaper than shit. Too.
Buy that shit at Walmart.
I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Yeah, no, I felt the jerseys, they literally felt like a dry fit. I'm like, no way am I paying $175 for a dry fit that says Motor City on it. Not a chance.
They'll be at TJ Maxx this fall.
Oh yeah.
Did you like the uniforms?
I thought they were kind of cool. They're kind of nichey because every other team's doing the thing, but at the same point in time, like, just give me the old-fashioned Detroit Stars jersey, like when they're doing that kind of.
You know what I thought about? I said, Detroit, what makes you get new jerseys when the Lions had to play for theirs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the first thing came in my head and go, why should you be opening up? I mean, you ain't won shit.
That's true.
I think it was a stupid shit with the whole Fanatics deal with this thing. They did a City Connect jersey for all teams. So it wasn't even like Detroit just did it. It was like the Fanatics thing, and then they couldn't even get the jerseys when they were supposed to wear them originally, like to start the season. So it's been a shit show.
It's nice out.
Does it have the Meyer patch on it? Because that's what really makes it. That goofy looking Myers logo.
Yeah, they had a
That's
3-1.
where sports gets another sponsor, man. It'll look like NASCAR
And
drivers.
Well, didn't they say too something about the Nike uniforms? They say they look kind of cheap and they keep ripping on players and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I guess they're going back to the old school.
Majestic are the
You know why,
best.
Philly? They're
Yeah,
made
oh
in
yeah,
China.
by far.
They're made in China.
Majestic was the best brand for the MLB. I don't know why they ever went away from it. Dumbest decision. They
I think
did.
Fives of the Week would look good on that left. You think?
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
With their number on it.
There's my
Right in the middle.
Dreamweaver.
Okay.
Hollywood, how was the scoreboard? The new scoreboard, huge?
Was it large?
Very large, very large.
Very large.
But I'm thinking JD Martinez I would have had here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Over that, I mean, you didn't get me swindled or brick.
right.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it's a scoreboard.
They haven't scored in 20 innings.
I want something done with the center field.
Yeah. Why do we have Javi Baez still playing?
Oh, God.
What's that dude getting paid a year? 40 million?
That's like 27 mil a
He's
year.
making more than he deserves.
Worst everyday player in the MLB. Hinch came out and said he's not a problem. We're going to work with him. What?
How much
Work
are we
with
gonna
him?
keep
Kick him to
doing?
the curb, man. He's terrible.
Yeah.
But you know, that center field, we're wasting with all that greenery.
Oh.
We got nothing there but
Nothing.
camera.
Yeah, that's it.
What do you think we should put out there, Hollywood?
I think you should have some
Hot
seats where the
tubs or
chicks can
something?
come out there and they take, you know, they wear
Marlin
spaghetti
Stadium?
tops and shit.
Yeah.
You know, you have like a target, you hit it and someone gets dunked. Make it fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good idea.
$12 million spring.
What is it down in Florida at Miami, the Marlin Stadium, that they have like the hot tub porch
Oh,
and all that?
The Tampa Bay Stadium.
Tampa
they got
Bay.
They got the rays.
They got the
and stuff, and
rays
then you can
and-
swim and
That would be cool.
Arizona
I mean,
has
for the
something
summer.
too. Like
Don't get stung though.
No.
Yeah.
Well, Jacksonville, they have stuff like that.
Yeah, they
So
got-
does the Buccaneers too.
Yeah. Some crazy shit.
So
Put some stripper poles out there.
good stuff, man. So B, you want to touch on the schedule?
Yeah, so the schedule's out, boys, so let me pull this up really quick here, so we'll go right through it. I just had it pulled up, there it is. All right, so, week 1, the Los Angeles Rams coming to Detroit, September 8th.
We beat them.
That's gonna be the, that's what, a Sunday night
Sunday
game?
night football.
Sunday night game against the
God.
Rams, that's the home opener.
Is anybody going to work next day?
I don't know, man.
Like, I usually get Mondays off, so I'm doing that.
Week 2, Tampa Bay, gosh, what is this?
We got them.
That's
2-0.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Is that, they're not telling me where they're playing, this is home, is this home? Let's see here. Okay, no, they're playing back-to-back home games.
Yeah.
So Tampa Bay's gonna be week 2. Week number 3, they're gonna be playing at Arizona,
So win.
Win.
okay, and then, week number 4, Seattle at home, that's gonna be
That's
a Monday night
It's a
game.
revenge game.
That's a
Yeah.
Monday night
Okay.
game.
4-0?
4-0.
Monday night game, week 4, then we got a bye week, it looks like, in week 5.
Early bye.
Early bye
Early
week, do you
bye.
like that, or do you rather have your bye at towards the middle or the
I
end of the
like
season?
the 8-9 week bye, like
Yeah.
right there, mid-season. Give them a little break,
Yeah.
Right.
dog days and shit like that.
I agree.
Week number 6 after the bye, at Dallas.
Dallas
Miguel,
would be-
that might be a road trip game.
Could be that game.
October the 13th,
Out for
Could be.
blood.
that'd be a good one. Week number 7 at Minnesota,
Win.
October 20th. Week number 8, Tennessee Titans
Win.
at home.
Yep.
And then week number 9, they go to Green Bay.
That could be a loss.
Yeah.
Could be a tough game.
Green Bay's gonna be good. This
6-1.
Gonna be sneaky good.
Sunday night football, week 10 at Houston.
Houston might be the game to go to, man.
That one
CJ
of all of them
Stroud.
scares me.
Yeah.
7-1 or 6-2.
Could be a Super Bowl preview right there.
34-27 Texans, maybe? No?
It's gonna be
It's gonna be
a dog
Stroud's a
match.
beast, man.
It's the
Yeah.
two hottest up and coming teams on both sides.
100%.
I think we're going to be able to contain them.
Yeah, let's see, man. Stroud played, that kid played lights out.
Reader,
Solid
the
player,
man.
He's a dog.
The mammoth.
Week 11, home against Jacksonville.
It's a win.
Win.
No problem there. Week number 12 at the Colts,
Win.
November 24th. Then we go week number 13. This is your Thanksgiving Day game against Chicago Bears.
Top
We
Bears.
beat 'em. And everyone, that's going to be sold out. You know that.
There's
Oh, it's
so
gonna be
much
wild.
Just for
hype
Williams, oh
around
my
the
God, they wanna see
frickin'
Williams
Bears
crazy.
now, man.
Yeah.
This kid ain't done
It's
nothing.
that
He
offense,
could be another Johnny
Shout out
Football.
to Mel Batos, he's always putting up Caleb Williams with the Bears. That guy don't scare me though.
No, I don't.
Bush pushed it.
Never
Bush
really-
pushed it. Bush.
Big Caleb guy, honestly. He
Week
got offense though.
So back-to-back division games, week 13 we just did that, Chicago on Thanksgiving Day, and then week 14, Green Bay Packers, Amazon Prime, 8:15 kickoff.
We win.
Field.
We win
So
that.
we got 2 primetime games back to
We'll
back.
split with Green Bay.
Okay, and then week 15, Buffalo Bills, we got 3 straight home games now, so Buffalo's playing week 15
They
here in
don't scare
Detroit.
me.
That's gonna be a 4:25 kickoff,
They
this
see
week
I'd rather
15.
decline.
Yeah.
And then we go visit the Bears in week 16,
That one scares me
That was,
also.
yeah.
right?
Very scary.
Week 17, we take a long flight out to California, and we go to play the San Francisco 49ers on another primetime game on ESPN, Monday Night Football.
Depending where we're at and how the roster is, who's injured.
Yeah, but that's a payback game, let's hope. But by then, we'll know who's seeded for what. Right? We're talking week 17.
12-5.
And week 18, they round out the season at home against the Minnesota Vikings,
When?
and that game is to be announced, so that's a flex game.
6 primetime games.
6 primetime games. Rumor was
Deserved.
5, they got 6.
They got six.
Well deserved.
They got their flowers, man.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit definitely got what they deserve. It's not an easy schedule, guys.
No, it's a tough schedule. I think we got like a top like 10. I think it's like number 8 or 7.
14th overall.
Is it 14
Yeah,
with the
something
strength of schedule?
Shows you where you're at. I mean, this is going to show you, separate the men from the women.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you're at.
I don't think it's tougher than last year.
Oh, 100%.
It's definitely doable with the great back where we were.
Mhm.
Yeah, 12-1 season for sure.
So you're seeing 12?
I'm saying 12-5.
What about you?
12.
12?
I like it.
12?
12.
I'm sticking with 12 too.
Yeah.
I think that's a comfortable number.
I think that's going to win that North.
We gotta have a healthy Jared Goff and St. Brown though, man. We got a lot of money tied up here again, boys.
I can see, like I said, Green Bay though, they're young, they're hungry. I can see them being a pain in their ass though.
Jordan Law's got to prove
And they're going to help us too.
Again, yeah, running back. You
Yeah,
know,
let Will
last
see what he can
year.
do.
Yeah.
I agree.
Good
100%.
stuff. Anything else sports related you guys would like to talk about?
We got the big fight coming up this weekend as well. Fury versus Houston. That camp's been crazy, man. Fury's dad head-butted one of his guys, busted his head wide open.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, it's been getting nasty, but I guess Fury's in just tip-top shape, but that Usyk, man, he went and fought in the war for his country. Nothing fazed him. It's going to be a good-ass fight, man. Two heavyweights for all the jewels.
I don't know if you guys touched on it last week or not, but Pistons getting screwed in the lottery again.
Yeah,
Come on.
Fifth again, bro. I'm
Fifth again.
so done. I'm so done with the NBA
That's
again. With
pathetic.
this
no
shit.
lottery in this world.
It's
The whole system is bad.
yeah, it's a bad system in the NHL and NBA. It's just
So who's number one?
Atlanta. They had a 3% chance. They jumped ahead a bunch of people, which knocked everybody down the peg. So it was bad.
Unreal.
The worst possible thing for Detroit Pistons. They got to fire Troy Weaver and clean house.
Absolutely, I agree, 100%.
It's bad.
And so, do you got anything else you want to wrap up?
I'm good, man.
All right, boys. So we're gonna take our first pause. Stick with us, y'all. We'll be back live here in a little bit with the fives of the week.
I think that's just freaking horrible,
Yeah. So when I seen that, I'm just like, I
You're
can't.
one of the worst teams in that game.